Shed from Shed All Over the Page. It's about 7:30 in the morning here in East Tennessee, and you can see I live in a valley, and this is kind of how our mornings are all the time in the summer months. There's usually a big mountain ridge out there that you can't see for the fog, but the moisture is a good thing. Even when it doesn't rain, everything around here gets plenty of moisture in the mornings. I'm about to start picking some sweet corn. And yesterday we picked a little over 900 ears, somewhere around probably 950 ears. Went to town, and it's funny where you set up has a lot to do on how good you sell. First time we tried to set up actually close to here at what's called a convenience center, which is the dump where everybody brings their trash to drop it off, and no customers. And it's because where that convenience center is, it's next to a Springdale BP. And people come to the BP to get hamburgers, hot dogs, or whatever fuel. So we ended up trying another place in town. We were doing good. And apparently somebody drove by and saw that we were set up at Farm Bureau, which is where we used to be a customer with them, insurance-wise. And they complained. So they came out and said sorry because we had been told we could sell there. So then we ended up saying, forget it. We moved south of town to another convenience center, and I've been going there now for about 8 years, something like that, selling our corn. And so people know my truck. They know when I set up. And I'll give you an example. We set up yesterday, and I would say we sold everything and gone in 3 hours. So it takes just about as much time to pick it as it does to sell it. So this morning I did basically about half the field yesterday. When I say half, it's by rows. So today is the other half, but the rows are longer. So I'll have well over 1,000 ears easy, probably about 1,200. And it's a Friday, which is a good day to sell corn. So we'll shoot some little video along, then go from there. So first thing I do in the mornings now, let's go check my traps, because I'm trapping to keep the coons and stuff out. And I'm glad to say I didn't have to trap as many. Last year I had to trap a lot of coons out here. And as they get in the corn, boy, that's not focused for nothing, is it? There we go. Thank you for waking up. But they get in this corn and they can devastate it in a night. And I talked to quite a few people last year that never did get any corn. The raccoons destroyed it. And that's kind of interesting. Now, like I picked these rows here. I picked the first 12 rows. There's 26 rows in this field. Now, here's the reality compared to like, big cornfields. I don't have anything. But what I do have here is enough corn that just in this field, it will pay for all my food. It will pay for all my fuel, fertilizer, and seed costs just from this one field. And we report everything. We pay taxes on everything. Yesterday, and I sell for $5 a dozen. And what we do is we always put usually a baker's dozen in there. If you don't like the way an ear feels, if it feels a little small, we'll throw a second ear in there. We try to be very fair to the customers. And yesterday, I think we made about $350, which isn't bad. So today should, if it keeps busy, and it's weird, sometimes I'll set up in that same location I talked about, and I'll be in and out and gone about 2 hours. And then I've sat up there and waited 7, 8, almost till dark. It's kind of crazy how your customer base comes through. There was one year I planted, had some beautiful corn, but I'd planted very late. And because of that, the customers around here, kind of rural area, they had already bought the corn and put it up, as they say. That's where they chop it, freeze it, do whatever they want. I just gave away literally hundreds and hundreds of ears because I pick it in the morning and I sell it that day so that it's freshest. So traps are all empty. That's a good thing. And I'm about to let the chickens out and put the rifle up and back my truck over here and start loading corn, because I will be picking corn for about the next 3 hours. Now what I do to kind of help myself out here is I've got 2 baskets here. Now these are half bushels. What's a half a bushel? Well, a half a bushel is 2 pecks. Somebody goes, what the crap's a peck? It's a quick smooch. Nope, seriously. Peck's 2 gallons. So a half a bushel is 4 gallons, bushels, 8 gallons. So this is the corn, and you can see how this is dark here, and you feel the ears right up here. See if they're kind of rounded off, and then I like to fill them through there. And in the mornings, they're angled out kind of when they get ready. And in the mornings, they're easier to pick because they're drawing moisture up, and they just want to be picked. So I keep this basket here. Got the basket there. That's the basket I'll be loading. And this one down here marks the row I'm in, because I'm old, and I'll like, what row was I in? And also I'll pick corn that I don't want to sell, but I'll give the chickens that I'll throw in there. So shed off page. So a little perspective. This is like I said, that's a half bushel, and I'm getting about 20 of those, 20 ears of corn in a half bushel. And so far, I'm getting around half bushel, 20 ears of corn per half bushel. And I'm getting about 4 half bushels for row. So it's time you get the end is closer to about 4.5. So we're pushing about 100 ears per row, and the rows get longer. So process, and it is getting hot. So loaded up, about to head out, and this is the morning's pick. I'm assuming probably 1,200 ears or something. Anyhow, on the way. Shed off page. So now we're set up trying to sell, and I have a truck load, like I said, set up here at the convenience center with she shed, and we'll see how it goes. Friday's very hit or miss. Can be good, can be bad. We've had no customers. That's not good. Shed, off page. Postscript, hot in the 90s. Okay. Off page.
Did you post it on?
It's all left. Don't know how many years, somewhere around 1,200, I guess. So ended up picking up here at the end. It's about 6:30. We've been at it since
12:30.
8 o'clock this morning.
Wow.
So shed off page.